नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. We are here. Welcome to The Curious Mind, a podcast that seeks to explore the depths of human experience, seeking wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual enlightenment. In today's episode, we embark on a soul stirring journey into the realm of heartfelt devotion with the esteemed Ma Nithya Sivananda, the head of Kailasa, Ohio. Join us as we delve into the profound nature of devotion, its transformative power, and its significance in our lives. Through these insightful perspectives shared by Ma Nithya Sivananda today, we aim to unravel the essence of heartfelt devotion, bhakti, and its impact on our spiritual growth. So get ready to open your heart and expand your understanding as we set forth into this enlightening exploration of devotion. So I welcome Ma Nithya Sivananda. Welcome to the podcast. I trust you'll have a great time today. I want to cut right to the chase, okay? So,
Yes,
entry,
Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam, entry of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism into your life. When did it happen and how did it happen?
Nithyanandam, it is my best day of life, which is the transformation day. So I met him in 2004. There was those days, Swamiji used to travel, and he was in Columbus, Ohio. So I didn't have to go to Himalayas. He came to Columbus, Ohio, where I live.
Oh,
So,
wow.
and I went for a discourse by him, and I just went. I know I used to go around and seeking all gurus, like listening to them. I was really searching for my guru. So, and I said, I went to a couple of other things, and I thought this is one other thing. And but I went there, and I felt, I was so gra gravitated by this. At the end of the discourse, everybody was going around and talking to Swamiji, and I went and said, I want to see my guru. And he said, give my left hand. And he looked at it and he said, whoever clears all your doubts and answers all your questions inside you, who comes in your vision, is your guru. He didn't say, I am your guru.
Wow.
And the very next day, there was a program, 2-day program. And I went, before this, I left one thing. I was at a temple, at the Shirdi temple, and I used to read Satsarita of Baba. And I used to go on Thursdays, and I saw the flyer. That's where I was closing my eyes, and I said, I need a guru. Show me the live guru, how people lived with you. I want to be like that. And when I opened my eyes and I said, I don't understand Marathi and things, but I am very connected to you. But give me a guru I can be like your devotees with you. And I opened my eyes. Ma Surupa now is Virupa. She was standing with the flyer. That's how I got Swamiji's flyer. He's coming to very next door to my house. There was a hotel. That's where he was coming. It's this, and the seeking is full. He came there, and that's where I asked this question, and he said, whoever answers your question. And that topic was God.com. He spoke on that. So, and I went to the program very next day and attended that. At the end of the program, I really saw Dakshinamurti, which I had. They tell you to open the eyes, and I saw Dakshinamurti, no other than Dakshinamurti. And that is the day I got, the first transformation or whatever you can say. That's my bhakti starting.
My
Ma.
God, I've got goosebumps. I know if you could see my whole body when you started sharing, I'm like, I don't know even if you can see on screen, I've got goosebumps when you're sharing because I can feel the, you're speaking in words, but I can feel it touching me somewhere else, and like deep inside my heart. Um, you're narrating an experience, but I can feel it. I can feel the depth of it. Wow. Well, I can feel the entry. Basically, I can.
And Ma, one more thing to add it. At
Yes.
the end of that program, I came home after 2 days, and my nephew was living with me. He's from Chinmaya Mission, and he had a Swamiji brought it into our house, young Swamiji.
Right.
And my nephew, in front of him, he asked Ma, Chiti, Jismasi in our language, and she said, "How was the program?" I just had tears, and I said, "I found myself."
Oh,
This
wow,
was the exact word. I
wow,
found myself.
wow. Again,
This
I've got goosebumps. Got goosebumps.
this is my experience, Ma. And thank
Amazing.
even when I'm thinking like that, I'm getting that feeling.
Yeah, and I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that you're not just giving me mere words and relating back. I can feel that you're experiencing it while you share, which is why it's reaching me too.
Mhm.
Amazing. Wow, 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 wow. So, of course, there's a lot that's happened, but you met a very young Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and no doubt there are many, 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 many experiences you could share. One major one that I am interested in, I was curious about, is how did you come to be the head of Kailasa, Ohio?
That's another interesting one, Ma. So we went to Bidri for a program. Even that program, that was the first program, Nityanand Yogam. Nityanandam, not Nityananda Yogam, Nityanandam. First program Swamiji ever conducted, 21-day program. It was supposed to be even 30, 40 days or whatever extended. And he gave all these things that you have to sleep under the tree, you have to, um, different things. You have to go for begging. All these things were integrated. It was the most interesting and program for me. I wanted to go, but I was working at my husband's office at that time,
Mm,
and I had a business, and I couldn't go for longer. So I said, "This is impossible for me to
mm,
go."
mm,
And I had this desire inside me. And I went to India. We were going to leave, and I had this deep desire to go and see Swamiji. And I went to the Birdi ashram, and my husband was with me, and inside the desire is there, but I didn't say. He says, "Are you attending the program, which is in few days?" We
mm,
were supposed to leave for US that day.
right.
And he said, um, and I was thinking inside, yes, I want to, but I can't. Swamiji turned to my husband and he says, um, "Are you attending?" And he says, "No, we are leaving for," and he says, "Life is like a butterfly.
Mm,
It's You're here today, tomorrow you're gone. What are you waiting for?" And my husband, like ending, he says, "Yes, Swamiji, we will attend." I That was really mind-boggling to me until today, how my prayers were answered just like that, like a living God. And I attended that program. Most transformation. That program was, I don't know how to say it. Again, I'm getting goosebumps. It's such a powerful program. Swamiji gave us the experience of, I don't know how to say it, real Hinduism. And then that's a very powerful program. And after that, after that, in that program, I think, so the coordinator who was here,
mm,
she said she's not coming to here. So can you go and make a program, arranged for a program? And I said, you know, I'm saying I don't know anyone or anything. And she said, "No, I'm not coming, Ma. You have to do it." So I'm like, I'm new to this. I don't know who the devotees are or anything like that. It was 2004, like that, you can imagine.
Right.
And then 2004 or 5. So then I'm coming back, and then this was put on my lap. So I had to call the meeting. There was only one person came for the
Right.
meeting. And imagine how Swamiji started the mission like that.
Right.
And then my husband was saying, how are you going to do this meeting? You know, but I had faith that he will make it happen. And the program did happen. People did attend. And Swamiji was here
Wow.
again. Mm. That's how I became, it's a big long story there, but I don't want to go through the whole thing, but it is such an amazing. And I wanted, my deep desire was, those times Swamiji was traveling,
Mm.
and it's such a simple way. And he was, I had a desire that if he stays at my house, it'll be so nice. I had a deep desire, Ma,
Mm.
but I couldn't even say it. But it happened,
Yeah.
Ma.
Yes. See, not at all. For me, hearing you, I wish the podcast could be for 2 hours or 3 hours. We can
That's
sit,
why I don't want to go into it
share
in a depth.
stories. But I mean, no, you absolutely. Please feel free to, share as long as you'd like. Um, the what you just said about one being thrown at the deep end, which is that's how you become a lead. Life brings you an opportunity, you take it and run with it. But it is not a case of in a societal way. It's like you need to train first and you need to do this, and then and it's with
No,
Swamiji.
nothing.
Just start, just start. You just start somewhere. Just start.
Like
um
he said, I don't get trained people, I get people and train. That's all he
Exactly.
did.
And that's the case with every single one of us, I'm no doubt. And the other thing is this deep desire which you never verbalize, but he manifested it. And I find that happens. The idea of prayer has changed for me since I have been in interaction with all of the deities that Swamiji has done prana pratishtha, the process of prana pratishtha for the deities. I find that I don't need to verbalize anything to the deities. They already know what I want. And it's that space of Dakshinamurti, as you said, So I'm not surprised that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has manifested two of your deepest desires so far that you mentioned, but you never verbalize them.
Yes, Ma. And it manifested. Things started manifesting for me already. When he came, without even asking. Even today, I don't ask for anything. Swamiji, SPH, just think, I think of him, he manifests. And the deities in the temple are his version.
Right.
And they know, they are very dear to me, Ma. They are just his presence.
Yes.
And not only to me, whoever enters the temple, they have a desire, it's manifested. I've seen all the volunteers that have manifested what they wanted in life. I
Yeah,
have,
that's my experience. Actually, that's my experience with deities. The idea of prayer itself has changed. Before it is like praying means you have to ask constantly for something that you want.
and,
You need to
and
verb.
also be with fear and greed. See, I
Right.
was going to temples before Swamiji. I was going to temples. I was born and raised in a temple village with my own family temple, which is 100 and some years old.
Wow.
My grandfather's vision, he had a vision of Rama temple and he built it. That's how I was brought up in the environment like that.
Mm.
But my bhakti was with fear and greed. It was not the bhakti I have after meeting Swamiji. It's the
Right.
oneness. With the living God. God, a man can come to a level of God, he taught us. And the oneness with him is the essence of his teachings. And oneness with him can manifest what you want. To this day, I have manifested without even asking. He
Mm.
knows what, even in Pada Puja, Ma, he asked me one time, I just turned and went, and he said, Ma, you didn't ask what you want.
Right.
I said, you know what I want, Swamiji. You
Wow.
know, why should I ask?
Right.
So that bhakti has developed to that level of oneness.
Right. See,
And
whenever I think of you, basically,
mhm,
when I think Ma Shivananda, I've known you, as long as I've been around,
mhm,
and I've gotten to know you. For me, the word bhakti comes up. Devotion is just like you and devotion. It's the
mhm.
essence, of your relation with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, with Swamiji. I would say it's devotion bhakti. So when it came to this podcast, I was like that, the topic we've got to learn from you more in depth about is devotion and bhakti. Are you able to relate with that? Would you say that that is one of your
Yes, Ma.
yeah.
Yes. The only thing I have is bhakti. Everything else he's taking care.
Right.
People ask me, how did you go through the persecution? How did you save the temple? All this. Recently, also somebody asked me. I said, I don't know. He did it. I just have to be here, and he did it. That's the oneness I have. I don't think I had struggled or anything. I never feel that because he is every step of the way. He has guided me. He has been in oneness with me. So everything was taken care. Even now, it's like that. Everything is guided or through your own self. He is guiding you.
Right. And you're getting to experience, reading about bhakti, devotion, powerful cognitions about bhakti and devotion in, say, Bhagavad Gita, for example, or any other scriptures. Bhakti is one of the key things that when it comes
And
to
also in recent things he said, which I loved, he said, bhakti is something I give it to the people, the that whom I am very dear with, and just got goosebumps about it when he said that, because bhakti is in Tamil there is avan arulale avantal vanangi. Um, that is only with his grace you can get that, Ma.
wow.
Only with his grace. So for that also, I think I am so grateful for his grace. So every time I feel this is not, I just write for the thing. Whenever I address to Swamiji, even now, I only feel gratitude.
Hmm.
Nothing else, even the toughest times. I felt only gratitude. Even the bad experience he gives, it's only for my growth.
Right.
It's nothing for anything else because I am going through this because I needed to learn something.
Right.
Even the persecution, Ma, that was I felt I grew the most out of it.
Yeah.
So that is the experience I needed to have to come to the next level of bhakti and experience and
Right.
enlighten. So there is no such thing as bad experience or good experience anymore for me. It
Right.
is an experience.
Yes. Wonderful. Thank you, Ma, for sharing that. Yeah, how do you perceive the role of bhakti, devotion, in having a deeper connection with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism?
I feel he says Swami Onnada. That that is what I relate to.
Right.
He he says in one satsang that it is like feeling oneness is thing. Paramashiva is within you, feeling oneness, and Paramashiva manifests. There is no, like he was saying, like when you manifest, when you roll a coconut, you have to be in deep oneness with with everything,
Hmm.
right? Otherwise, you cannot move it. Same way, you have to be in oneness with him, and he does the work. You don't even There's no difference, right?
Right. I guess it
Now,
keeps.
one thing I want to say is,
Yes.
I didn't understand at the time, oneness, when during the persecution time or any other time, anybody says anything about SPH negative, which we went through, it will just hit me to the core like it is happening to me.
Mm,
It is happening to me, not to somebody else.
right. He's your very own.
It is me,
Right.
Swami Onnada. It
Wonderful.
is me. So I used to say, why is it hitting me like this?
Mm,
It's like hitting all over. And even a little bit is Swami is not feeling well. They start all these rumors. It just hit me to the core like I'm not feeling well. What
right.
happened?
So it's
That
not
is
a separation, right? It's not like, okay, the example, when you have, I know we've all had teachers in our life, right?
Mhm.
So the teacher is separate, I'm separate. That relationship is different. But from what I'm hearing, from what you're sharing, is it's such an intimate, deep connection where there is no difference between Swamiji and you. There is such a deep oneness happening that when he is being persecuted, it feels like it's happening to you. Therefore, it's not that there is no powerlessness where the supreme pontiff of Hinduism is. There's zero
No,
powerlessness,
no,
and
no.
there is no powerlessness where we are at. But it is like, no, this isn't right. And when I'm saying right, wrong, it's like this is completely off. It's uncalled for. It's unnecessary. So you're experiencing that
And
as well.
the thing is, even if I am um, somehow I am feeling like this, I'll get an answer that he's okay through someone or someone. I'll get that.
You're right.
I'll have my own question and I'll hold feeling and it'll be taken care. That
Right.
is that is the beauty. I so many experiences, even with the temple, with everything, running the temple, anything. I never go and ask him for any help. He
Hmm.
knows. He knows
And
whom to
provide.
send, what to send.
Right.
This is my experience.
Wonderful.
There is nothing else. All you need in your life is a guru like SPH and oneness with him. Your
Wow.
life is taken care, and your life after is taken care. I
Clear.
never worry about all my friends at my age worry about what is death, how is it going to be, who's going to take care. I said, I don't
Hmm.
worry about all that. I don't worry about all that. He will take care. He knows when I'm going to go, where I'm going to. What
Right.
else? What else?
True.
You don't need to. I says sometimes when being human, the thoughts come in. Oh, what the media does it right. So you're crippled, somebody is this suffering, not being able to take care of by the children or something, and they suffer and I go, for me, he's there.
Yeah.
He'll make sure that I'm okay.
Right. That's one thing, right? Because pretty much every human being, they know that this aspect of life, which is death, is
Mhm,
inevitable. It's going to happen. There is such uncertainty about it. And usually people decide, oh, I'm just going to not think about it. And
mhm.
then when it happens to their near and dear ones, it's a huge shock and it imbalances them. But as we grow older, this question does haunt you. Like, what is going to happen? How is it going to happen? Where is it going to happen? And you're right. With Swamiji there and the kind of powerful cognitions he's given us, it's like, yeah, I can relax from that because that's taken care of. Now living becomes even more. Um, I feel the quality
Joyful.
of life is better.
even see, not only to you, my mom a few years ago passed away.
Right.
And she had such a peaceful Swami. I informed Swamiji and he said, I'll take care. And she had such a peaceful leaving,
Awesome. Yeah.
So, this is, life is so blissful and not saying that we won't have difficulties,
Right.
but it's not having any fear or greed or anything, just to have living enlightenment is really possible with bhakti. I had bhakti, I thought before I meeting, that was pseudo bhakti. I did not, I go to the temple and run and do things and come. But now, with giving the temple, he says, now I know why he says the temples are needed. Because the
Mm.
temples, he has given us in India or in the most of in the Indian things, traditions, they don't let you as a woman and you are born in a not in a Brahmin family or
Mm.
you are not a woman, you are not able to touch the deities and you have to go through some thing. But Swamiji with initiation to all of us to Shiv Diksha, we're able to serve the deities. That is
Right.
the experience you can have. Deities are like, if I'm traveling, I feel like I'm leaving my children with somebody. That the deities in Ohio, he is called the Nityanandeshwara and Nityanandeshwari, is called by SPH himself. And he said he had a darshan of, he had Shiva helping him to hold the light. He has said it in one of the satsangs. So
Right.
it's a very dear deities to Swamiji. So when I work with them, I feel every day when I see them, I feel like I'm seeing Swamiji because when he came and stayed here and energized the temple and all that, when he was leaving, I was feeling very sad, like he's leaving. So you know how that feeling is.
Mm.
So he said, "Ma, I am here in this temple, so you never feel that." And to this day, I feel I don't miss him as in presence because of that temple and the word he said. Yes, I believe. This is one interesting thing, Ma, I have to share with you. I talk to particular deities. Ram Parivar is my
Actually, this
favorite
is
because
one
I
of
go.
my questions that you have been taking care of the Ohio temple, like you've been a Mahant for such a long time. One of my questions, and you are in oneness with me, is like, can you share any experiences you've had where the deity showed you that they respond back, right? So yes, please, I'm keen to.
Yes, Ma.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, this one particular time, I was like, I always talk to the deities, right? There is you actually, in the Sangha, it's a joke in the HR groups. They will say, "Oh, Ma Shivanda, all she has to do is go and talk to the deities, and it happens for her." Right. So
Right.
I talk to Ram Parivar. Ganesha is my, hugging deity.
Mm.
So,
Yes.
and Nityanandeshwara and Nityanandeshwari is, of course, Swamiji there for everything. So I talk to these three deities
Right.
uh, very intensely. So when I was, now it is Venkateshwara also. So when I was doing this, one day there was a satsang, right? Swamiji goes just casually, he says, and no one knows, only me. I'm internally talking to the deities. So he goes in the satsang, he goes, this Ma Shivananda, she goes to Ram Parivar, she goes to Ganesha, only to the deities whom I am talking.
He
She,
mentioned those.
I was like, wow.
Wow. So you are speaking to the deities here, and Paramashiva himself, who is Guru,
He's
is
hearing.
responding to you. What an amazing experience.
Oh, wow, that is the
So you
best one.
know that the deities are not, it's not just Ram Parivar and Ganesha, Nityanandeshwari who are listening to you. Paramashiva himself is listening and responding in the form of Guru.
Yes, yes,
Wow.
yes,
Wow,
ma'am.
amazing.
Yeah,
I,
amazing.
I've had experiences with deities too, but that's for another day. Go ahead, please share.
So many, many experiences, ma'am. Anything like I will talk to them that, oh, there is no volunteer. You're not like taking care of this, like I will talk to them like I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
I will talk to them like, oh, do you want me to only person to take care of you? You like that. So the minute I talk to them like that, Ma, I'll get answers this very same day.
Wow.
Somebody will come and somebody will come and offer. I don't know, even like recently, we had Durga Puja. Okay, we
Right.
had barely that many volunteers, but it happened in a huge way,
Wow.
right? This experience, like Swamiji always said, SPH said to us, if you take few steps, I will take 10 steps towards you.
Yes.
This is my experience with the temple I have seen. Always people ask, oh, Ohio is like very few volunteers. Other Mahants ask me, how do you do all this? You're saying you don't have that many volunteers, but you're doing all this. It's not that. It's the it's not how many volunteers are there. It's not how many. You take few, and I myself catch myself sometimes. I
Mm.
see the possibility,
Mm.
then I in the human logical mind,
Mm.
then I say, Swamiji will make it happen.
Right.
If I take a step, he does make it happen. But I have to be in that Advaitic, sometimes the human logical mind, because we are living in the logical world, it pulls. Then I have to bring myself with awareness. Swamiji will make it happen if I make a step.
Mm. Got it.
This is what my experience was with the deities also. Many, many healings. Um, I've seen with other people also. This is the best thing, ma.
Right.
I'll just say, when people come to the temple, I will say, doesn't ma, I don't have a job, this, that.
Mm.
Bless us. And I'll say, Anandishwara is blessing you, not me. But it'll happen. You'll get in 10 days. Like that, I say, they get the job in 10 days, ma.
Wow.
And then I'm,
Vakshakti.
Swamiji, Swamiji made it happen.
Amazing.
Ma, like I cannot express it how grateful I am to these experiences. We are living with gods. We are being oneness with gods, and I feel like, oh, you know, I feel I have visions of Ganesha, talking to me. Many people in the temple also, new devotees, they say, Ganesha moved his head, they will say.
Wow.
Lakshmi moved his head, her head.
Amazing.
Anshuli was smiling. But many times I feel the deities are smiling, especially when I'm like doing something and it looks like they are making fun of me.
It's an
You are
interactive
right.
process, right? It isn't.
Yeah.
See, I feel that as I've grown up in a I was born and brought up as a Hindu, and as I feel that the relationship which I was taught was very formal. It's very formal, like you had to do this, you have to do that, and then you have to ring the bell, and the deities are not so available to you, they're over there, put your prayers here, and it's a formal relationship. Whereas with Swamiji, I find it's a very interactive,
Mhm,
intimate relationship where they are not inanimate, they are animate.
mhm,
They interact with us, they relate to us, we can relate with them, and they're not just a it's not just a granite deity or a metal deity, panchaloha a deity. It is much more than that, especially because they're independent intelligence after the prana pratishtha. that that Swamiji has done as a process for the deities, and they come alive and they respond. And I think this is one thing that has gotten lost with the in when it comes to Hinduism, is this break between, I guess it's for such a long time we have been told that there is nothing in the deities. Deities have been dismissed, disrespected, so many temples broken, etc. So I guess we've become to the space of having a formal relationship and all this. But with Swamiji and the temple space, I feel that I can go into the Garbha Mandir, sit with the deities, relate with them. And I was awkward with the deities, so when I spent time in one of the temples, I just sat in front of the deities and I said, I don't know how to relate with you. Show me. And they did. They showed me how to relate with them. I just have a playful relationship with them, right? So unfortunately, we're coming closer to the time of ending the
One more
podcast.
experience, one more small
Yes,
experience. I'll tell
please,
you.
please do.
Yesterday was Ekadasi. So we have another Venkateshwara temple here.
Right.
Usually, like I go to the temples, but for the first time, I felt so much oneness with that deity. This is the first experience I had. It's not only in our temple, I feel that wherever these things are there,
Right,
and feeling oneness with everyone, everybody, and the
right.
deity is a great experience. The only thing I want the world to understand, and especially Tamil people, they have got a diamond, more than a diamond, Siddha, Paramashiva, who's a gift to us. Please worship him and benefit.
Wow. And you are in such oneness with me. You're in such oneness, because my next question was going to be, what would you say to our listeners and viewers about the importance of nurturing bhakti, like a feeling connection with deities and with Guru? And you answered it before I asked you that question. So it's true, your oneness space is really extended across. And you're right. Obviously, it's not just going to be limited to it's not something that you contain. It is something you take with you everywhere you go. But I find that that experience starts getting nurtured in the spaces that Swamiji has, the ecosystem that he has created in
Yes.
various different places. It starts there. And because you are constantly living in that space, you're obviously going to take that and bring it to wherever you go, right? So
And no, the Paramashivoham, before we have to go 21 days to India, all of us have done it,
right,
to go and experience it. He's giving it free, to sitting at your in front of your computer, giving that experience. People have all over the world this facility. They
right,
can benefit it, they can experience what we experience, and they can benefit their lives. They
right,
don't have to live with fear and greed in their life.
correct,
Paramashivaham 3 is and Paramashivaham 1 and 2 is guiding you to 3. Because, I used to think, chakras, I don't know. Even recently, my friend said, oh, chakras. I said, that's how I was before meeting Swamiji. He is a supermarket of Sanatana Dharma. You
right.
can go what you want. You're given everything free, supermarket without paying anything. You
Correct.
can go, and Sanatana Dharma is SPH.
True.
SPH is
True,
Sanatana Dharma.
absolutely. I agree with you. 100% agree with you. And with the Paramashivoham, I find that it is my individual ecosystem is what gets nurtured through Paramashivam, like programs like Paramashivam 1, 2, 3. And then we have the temple space, which you are heading at the moment in Kailasa, Ohio. That ecosystem really develops the bhakti, surrender, gratitude space, without you realizing it. I find that before you know it, you are living it. There is no
Yes.
effort to it. And all we do is take care of the deities, offer seva to the deities, wake them in the morning, make sure that there's, all the rituals are performed, and have them, put them to bed at night time, etc., right? But in that process of doing the daily rituals, before you know it, you've developed bhakti, you've developed surrender, developed gratitude, and the outside ecosystem supports the internal ecosystem, which you
Yes,
obviously gain.
absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Nurtured.
It's thanks for giving me this opportunity to share. A lot of my what is inside me.
Yes.
Uh, it's to express, and thank you for this wonderful opportunity. And I thank Swamiji for everything.
Wait, we are not done yet. There is more.
Okay.
There are just a few rapid fire questions for you, but I do appreciate you saying, you're
Okay.
thanking us for being here. But before you go, there's just a few rapid fire questions. Just quick short answers, if you like.
Mhm.
Singing bhajan or Sanskrit mantra chanting, which do you prefer?
Singing my Devaram bhajans to the deities and to Swamiji is
Wonderful.
my passion.
Your preference. What is your favorite festival?
My favorite festival, everything is my favorite. That's why I cannot choose. This is
Well,
Ma
it's hard to choose,
Guru
right?
Purnima. Guru Purnima.
Guru Purnima. Yeah, I can see that. Which deity, I know you mentioned a few, but which deity do you connect with the most?
Nityaneshwar.
Niteshwara. Okay.
Nityaneshwar.
What's been your favorite trip with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism?
Oh, many like that.
Many.
Um,
Mine has been Bali, actually. Funny enough, it's been Bali. Yeah, there's
Mine is first time Cambodia. First
Cambodia.
time only. First time the uh, very closeness. 50 people only were there.
Wow,
I
wonderful,
was only fortunate to be with him. That's the best. And
beautiful.
of course, best part is I have cooked and served him, cooked for him. This is my best gift he has given me.
Wow. Paramashiva or Venkateshwara?
Paramashiva.
Paramashiva.
Both are the same.
Wonderful. I thought that might be a little tricky for you because Venkateshwara also is your favorite. So
No, but this question, it's almost like Swamiji asking me. I told him
yeah,
one time I was only connected to Venkateshwara
right,
or because of being raised in Rama temple and all that.
right.
And Swamiji, when he gave me the name Ma Shivananda, the
Mhm.
name he was given here in Columbus, Ma Nithya Sivananda, and I go, he's giving me this name. I don't even relate I'm to Shiva that much. And he's giving me this name. And Shivananda, it's like a male name.
Right.
Why is he giving me this name? And everybody is like, oh, you got the best name. And Swamiji said something about the name that he wanted to have this name, but he was given Nityananda. He says, Shiva and Ananda, what else can you have? He says,
Wow.
I'm giving this to her today. And I was the best gift, because I felt after that I was relating to Shiva more. And Venkateshwara took little time for our temple to come. Everything has a reason.
Right.
Venkateshwara come when after I'm in oneness with Shiva.
Right. Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, so this is another thing when the question you asked can make
Mhm.
me think. I always said, so now it's all the same. You and I are the same, and
Correct.
Swamiji, Venkateshwar,
Venkateshwara is also Paramashiva.
all
That space is
everything is oneness.
yes.
Swami Onvida.
Indeed. I remember Swamiji's rapid fire questions. He was asked Rama or Krishna, and he said Rama Krishna.
Exactly. Venkate Ishwara. Venkat Ishwara.
Do you see both of them? Wow,
So,
thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful episode. It's been so simple, this time that we've had together, and it's flowed, really beautiful. You've answered my questions before I could ask you, and I feel that there's some that you'll find that I didn't even ask you as a in a formal way, because I felt like you already answered the next question I was going to ask you. So that's thank you so much. It's been
you're
a
so in oneness. Ma, this one last thing I want to share is the experiences in the sometimes, many years ago also it has happened. Swamiji, I will not even be there. I'll be cooking or something, and the program I will not attend. But everything, volunteering, everything will be downloaded to me. I
Wow.
have experienced that. I don't feel like I missed anything.
Hmm.
And even now, I will be telling something to the volunteers, and I feel Swamiji will be saying same thing in the satsang.
Wow. Yes. I
Several
I
times.
can vouch for that. I've had those
Yeah.
as well. Yes, absolutely. That because you have,
Yes, I'm
because of
sure you
your
did
bhakti
devotion.
devotion that you have, right? And that feeling connection, then you're constantly open, always like a flute, always open
Yes,
to receive Swamiji. So, no, thank
yes.
you once again for joining us on The Curious Mind, where we've delved into the realm of heartfelt devotion and inner discovery with the remarkable Ma Nithya Sivananda from Ohio. We trust that this episode has sparked inspiration and prepared you to explore the transformative enchantment of heartfelt devotion in your personal spiritual journey. Keep your curiosity alive, maintain an open mind, and continue seeking the wisdom that awaits discovery within you. Until we reconvene, may your path be illuminated with self discovery and inner peace. Thank you so much. We're going to now end with the Purana Mantra.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate you being here, Ma Shivananda. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओं तत्सत् सर्वं भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्